YouTube, and welcome back to my random thoughts on Thursdays. And this week I'm going to give a little update on my progress with my fitness and weight loss. Okay, forever ago I made videos about my problems with trying to lose weight. I know I made some 2-3 years ago when I first started my channel, and then I kind of stopped updating on it, and then I started updating I think a year and a half ago or something like that. I was trying to get back into fitness and everything, and I just really struggled with it last year again, and it's been like at least 3 years since I kind of hit my high weight, which, you know, I'm going to be honest with everyone. I know most women don't share their weights, but I will be honest. My high weight was 195 pounds, and I'm 5'4", so you can, yes, I was, well, technically, according to the US government, I was obese. I felt more that overweight was a better designator, but, you know, be that as it may, that's where I was at. And I kind of got stuck there, because I hit that about 3 years ago, and I just got stuck. I bounced between 190 and 195, and I just couldn't get below 190. And I was doing all the things that they recommend that you do for losing weight. You know, I cut out sugar completely out of my diet. The only sweetener that I use these days is something called erythritol, which is a naturally occurring sugar alcohol that is derived from fruit. And it has zero glycemic impact on the body. It's considered 0 calorie, or practically 0 calorie. And it has the same effect as xylitol on your mouth, where it actually kills the plaque germs in your mouth, just like the xylitol in sugar-free gum and stuff like that. So it's got all these benefits. I don't know why more people don't use it, because it actually tastes really good too. It smells like brown sugar to me. So it's great. I use it in my tea and my coffee every day, and so I got rid of processed sugar. I've greatly reduced processed foods in my diet. I still have processed foods once in a while, but very, very rarely. You know, most of the time, like for dinner, what I'll try and do is have some kind of veggies. Either if it's a salad, or it's steamed veggies, or it's grilled veggies, or whatever. But I have veggies, a whole grain. Sometimes I'll have a whole grain, sometimes I won't. But if I do that, I'll do like brown rice, or I do quinoa, or which is a seed and a grain, but you know, that be that as it may. So that kind of thing. And then I always have some protein. So chicken, steak, fish, etc. Lamb if I can get it, because I love lamb. So anyway, so that's for my dinners. For breakfast, I'll do anything from protein smoothies to scrambled eggs. You know, occasionally I'll have some bacon. I do try and record all the food that I eat and record the calories that I eat. And then because of my Fitbit records how active I am, and based on how active I am, it kind of gauges how many calories I should be eating and still be able to lose weight. So I've been doing all that. So I have I even had my metabolism tested, and my metabolism's completely normal. So I thought maybe I had a slow metabolism, but that wasn't it. The only thing I can think of is that my hormones are just wonky, and that's what was causing the blockage, and it wouldn't let me lose weight. Because, well, like I said, so I was watching my calories, I was recording everything. I was going to the gym up to, there was like an 8-month period where I went to the gym 6 days a week, and I was doing like 45 minutes a day, 6 days a week. And my weight didn't go away. And as you can imagine, I got frustrated and I stopped going. And, which is not good. I mean, whether I'm losing weight or not, the exercise is still good for the rest of my body for so many other reasons, and I know that. But I hate exercise, and if I don't see any progress, you can see how that can get frustrating. So, you know, and I've been kind of sporadically with the gym off and on since then, but just constantly being frustrated. Well, earlier this year, I finally said, screw this, what else can I do? I went to the doctor, went through a bunch more tests, found out that all of my blood levels are healthy now, which surprised me, because I also had high cholesterol. I've always had normal blood pressure, thankfully. I always had normal blood sugar and everything else, but I topped out at about 290 with my cholesterol. Which was another reason why I kept trying to eat healthy and exercise, just to try and get that down. Well, my cholesterol is at 190 now. So I guess all of the healthy eating and the exercise is working, but I still hadn't lost any weight. So I went to see another nutritionist and she analyzed my diet again. She's like, there's nothing we can change here. You are doing above and beyond what most people do. This is like the third nutritionist I've talked to now, and every one of them has always said, no, your diet's just fine, unless, you know, you're sneaking donuts in the back closet when no one else is looking. And I'm like, nope, I am not sneaking donuts. I mean, I think I had a donut 4 months ago. I had one donut, that's it. I generally don't eat dessert. Like I said, I've cut mostly cut sugar and, well, I've almost completely cut sugar out of my diet unless I have a piece of cake or a donut or something, which is, again, rare. And I've cut out most processed foods and things as well. So, you know, I'm trying to eat healthy, I'm trying to exercise, you know, so there's my journey right there. Well, I was reading some articles online, and I don't generally follow the Kardashians. I don't watch the show. I am aware of them through popular media because I am on social media and everything else, and it's kind of hard to ignore the Kardashians entirely because they're just all over the place. And I came across an article about the fact that they advocate, or they take Garcinia cambogia, and I was like, yeah, whatever, it's probably a bunch of BS and whatnot, and I kind of ignored it for a while. But I kept seeing articles pop up about it, and so I was like, you know what the heck? I've tried everything else. I've had my hormones adjusted. I've had, you know, I've gone through every kind of thing that I could think of, and my doctors just said, you know what? Maybe your weight is your weight, and that's it, and stop trying to lose it. And, you know, maybe they're right. You know, the whole media thing about body image and weight and everything is a bit distorted from Hollywood and stuff. But I didn't feel healthy. Even though I know all my numbers came back healthy, everything else was healthy, but, you know, I still worry about my gallbladder. I had a gallbladder attack about 3-4 years ago. And, you know, it's a good thing I got my cholesterol down because that's no longer a concern. But, I don't know, I really wanted to get the weight off. And I don't even want to get to a ridiculously light weight. For me, I think a healthy weight for my height and my build is between 115 and 145. I think that's the range. I mean, it's a ridiculously large range. And so my goal is to be 140, so about 5 pounds under the high end of the range. Because I think once I hit 145, my BMI transitions into the normal range, but I'd like to have a little leeway because I almost always have a 5-pound difference between winter and summer. And so if I can hit 140 in, you know, at the summertime, if I'm 145 in the winter, that's not so bad. And so that's kind of where I'm going, is where I'd like to be. But so anyway, so that's where I'm at, and I decided, what the hell, I'm going to try this. And I actually found a supplement at the store, and I'm not going to give the brand name away. I'm not getting endorsed for this at all, so disclaimer right here, no endorsement, not a penny coming to me, so their brand name is not being mentioned. But I found a supplement at the local store that was a mix of Garcinia cambogia and coconut oil, and I know that there's a lot of health benefits to coconut oil. So I decided to start taking that. And I've been taking a whole bunch of different types of supplements over the years. I have B12 in there. I use lutein because I have early stage macro degeneration in my eyes, and the joys of getting older, you know. And taking the luteins actually reversed that, thankfully, so I keep taking that. So there's a whole bunch of supplements I take. But I started taking that, I'd like to say mid-February, early March is probably when I started taking the Garcinia, and I started noticing within a couple of weeks that I was feeling happier, and I started doing research, and it turns out that the chemical in Garcinia cambogia, the HCA, that's the active ingredient, can actually boost serotonin levels, which reduces appetite. And I was noticing I wasn't feeling as hungry all the time, which was a good thing. I mean, I was always watching my calories, but now it's really easy to watch my calories because I'm just not that hungry. I mean, I get hungry, but not anywhere near the levels that I used to, and I can eat much smaller portions without feeling like I'm starving like I used to, so that's a good thing. And just the serotonin boost is like, hey, I feel happier. This is good, I like this. And I don't know, my weight started coming down. Well, at this point right now, I have lost about 20 pounds. I'm around 175 now. And it just started coming off, and it just kept coming off, and I'm like, okay. Even my husband started noticing. He was like, honey, are you actually finally losing weight? And I'm like, yep, I am. The fact that he noticed, okay, it's like, okay, I guess it really is coming off. It's not just my imagination. I thought, you know, is there something wrong with my bathroom scale? But I've been to a couple of doctor's appointments since then, and the doctor's office confirms what the scale is telling me, is that my weight's coming down. And I couldn't be happier, because, you know, one of the best things for me is, because I'm seeing results, it's actually making me want to exercise more. And I'll admit I'm still not going to the gym, but I am, since it's nice weather out, I'm actually walking in my neighborhood, and I'm going for 30 to 45-minute walks, and I'm actually really enjoying them at this point, because I know I'm getting results. So that's making me happy too, you know, on top of the serotonin boost from the HCA and stuff. And so I'm like, this is just, you know, fantastic. So I know there's a lot of warnings out there with Garcinia Cambogia. Well, not a lot of warnings, to be perfectly honest, but there are a couple of warnings. I know that if people are on statins for their cholesterol, that there's a warning around that, so you need to talk to a doctor. There's also some warnings about interactions with antidepressants and anti-anxiety because of the serotonin boost. And so between those two things, because it can also, the HCA has been shown to lower cholesterol, lower blood sugar, etc. There's a whole bunch of health benefits on it. You can check it out on like webmd.com and some other medical websites out there and see. I mean, a lot of them say that on average, in the studies that they've done, people on average have only lost 2 pounds. But, you know, that's the average, so I'm guessing that a lot of people didn't lose any weight, and some people lost a lot of weight, and that the average came out to be 2 pounds during those studies. I'm guessing that there's got to be more studies done. I mean, there's probably just not enough data points out there, but for me personally, it's actually working. You know, I'm a middle-aged, perimenopausal woman with a lot of hormone issues, and it's the hormone issues that's causing me the weight problem for the most part, and it seems to be helping with that. I don't know if, like, my husband started taking it as well because he wants to lose some weight, and he's like, well, you know, and he's noticing some effects already, but I don't know if it'll affect him as much as it has me. We'll see. I still have plenty of weight still to lose. I'm at 175, I want to be 140. That gives me about 35 pounds left to lose. And, you know, I'm not gonna sit on my laurels. I'm gonna keep working at it and everything. So, but anyway, I just kind of wanted to share this update with you guys. I don't think I'm going to promise making any regular updates on my health and my weight and stuff. I will, over time, as I feel inspired, make a post about it and things. But I think trying to stick to a regular schedule of updating about that, I think people just get bored hearing it all the time. So I'm just not going to do it that way. Anyway, do you have any weight loss success stories, or are you struggling with weight loss as well? And what are you trying to do, you know, that kind of thing. So, you know, leave comments down below. I'd love to hear your stories and things. And, well, until you see me next time, take care. Bye-bye.